lands of Anathi. Careful. My vision showed a horrible cyclops lurking in the darkness. About my leader, do you have any news?
In the cave, I found a man. I took these spices from him.
Ah, my leader. Do you think the man you found was a cyclops? Then she concocted an elixir from these spices and helped him to grow a second eye?
Barnabas, there was no Cyclops on Anafi, any more than there was one on Kefalonia.
Have faith, my friend. Lida was there.
I found this bracelet, and a lot of pigs.
I can explain. Lida had it and was transformed into a pig by Kirki. When she was turned back into a beautiful woman, she gave this to Kirki to remember her by.
Varnavas, this bracelet could be anyone's.
No, I'm certain it is Lida's. It must be.
I found this Avlos on a siren, if you could call her that.
An Avlos! My wife always loved these. I bet she learned to play it alongside the sirens as they sung men to their deaths. Just like her.
I'll bet the sirens and Lida were good friends.
She was so mesmerizing. Her song always worked on me.
All that for a bracelet, an avlos, and some spices.
But look! I know this bracelet too well. The women of the Siege Plains wear them. These spices are native to the lands of Demeter. And this avlos is marked by a craftsman in the Parnes Mountains.
They're all from Attica.
The cave! They're all around the one known as the entrance to the underworld. It can't be a coincidence. Is that where Lida is?
There's only one way to know. Let's go.
I know you've doubted me. I must have sounded like a crazed old fool, but you won't regret this.
What matters is that we do this together, old friend. Now sail. So, what does Lida look like?
She was the most beautiful woman I've ever known. Beautiful dark hair and skin, and green eyes sparkled like jewels. And when she drank, could she fight?
She sounds fun.
She was nothing more.
Malaka! Got to get it out! Let's go! Yeah!
Oh!
Layla. Ella, ella. The watch will be vigilant here. so many bodies. Is this the underworld?
Alexios.
Shh.
Lida?
Stop! I'll kill you if you come any closer. Who sent you? Pelenos? Adicles?
Relax. We're here on our own.
You haven't aged a day. Is this the underworld? Lida, it's me, Varnavas.
That was my father's name. I never told it to anyone.
Father? Young one, please. What was your mother's name?
The same as mine. Lida of Ithaca.
You were right, old friend. Lida survived, but not the way your visions told you. This is your daughter.
Impossible. You have no proof.
Young one, a lifetime ago, your mother and I sailed side by side. The night I lost my eye, a tempest overwhelmed us and ran us into the rocks. Lida was so brave. She roped together some of the splintered hull. I held her and I said, "Don't stop paddling."
Until you reach the shore.
Oh, she told you this story. Good.
After all this time, Mater said you were a king who died fighting the Hydra. You need to know. Mater, she's...
I understand. We'll grieve her together.
I hate to interrupt, but Lida, you did threaten us with a blade. And there were bodies.
After Mater died, I took over the farm. Ever since, suitors have tried to marry me for my fortune. When that didn't work, they decided it would be easier to kill me for it.
You've been defending yourself. Let us help.
These kinds of people don't stop until they have what they want. You mentioned two names.
Pelenos and Andicles. They both live nearby. I can show you where.
Let's go together.
With you by my side, we'll be unstoppable.
Right. Together. Into battle. I will meet my leader again in the Golden Fields. Tell me, did she ever remarry?
She did. He was a good man, kind to her and to me.
Good. I prayed to the gods that if she lived, she would live happily. The gods listened.
There they are!
What great mysteries do you hide from us?
My mother's farm and my life are safe. With all my heart. Thank you, both of you.
And thank you for making this old man happy again. Now, about that wine!
So now that you have your life back, what will you do with it?
Honor my mother. Protect our farm and our fortune.
I was hoping you'd join your old pater on the Adrestia. There is a woman aboard, Lola, that I met in Vilos. You two should meet.
The gods sent me a sign by bringing you back to me to save this place. I can't dishonor them and Mater by leaving.
You're right. This land needs you.
Pater, our farm is yours. One day, when you've sailed the world and want a stable home, you will have one here. But unless Demeter herself burns these silos down, I know I'm acting in the will of the gods.
You all right?
She's as strong as her mother. I couldn't be more proud. I only wish she'd change her mind.
Maybe she will. In the meantime, whenever we sail past these lands, let's make it a point to stop in and say here.
Λέγω εμ' αυτό, βρέπει να ασχολείται.
Ready to sail! Lord, sail!
There's a storm ahead!
Lower the oars!
Salvage nearby!
Sails now!
Should we grab the salvage, Commander? traveled, Alexios.
This bay feels familiar somehow.
A bird can fly away for seasons, but will always recognize its nest when it returns. This is Sparta.
I don't think I'm welcome here.
I'm not sure of much, Alexios, but I do know that when the time is right, we always get to go home.
And where is your home, Artemis?
I'll save that story for another day.
Ready, or? We're ready to go!
Ίσως δε φύς δεν κοίμαι, πάντο τα πάντα θυμώ.
Alexios! Alexios!
Στέτα πρικόαες, όντε του ανδρός της.
Lamb, you made it. I trust the seas were favorable?
Poseidon might be the only one not trying to kill me.
And did you go to Thera? Did you find him?
I did.
What did he tell you?
He told me where I'm from. And where I must go.
So now you know the truth.
I'm not his son. I'm just a weapon.
That is the furthest thing from the truth. You were brought into this world with love. I never imagined we'd stand on Spartan soil together again.
I don't know how to feel. I've spent some of the happiest days of my life here. And some of the worst, too.
Sparta is our home. But we'll have to rid ourselves of the puppet king if we are ever to find peace.
Whatever happened to our old house?
Nikolaos stayed after I left, but now that he's gone, I don't know.
Why don't we go find out?
Of course. But first, there's something I want to show you. The closer we get to Sparta, the more memories keep flooding in.
No matter how... far I ran, I never could escape them.
I know. On Naxos I could forget. It was as if I had locked Sparta in a box and tossed it to the bottom of the sea.
Did you put memories of us in that box?
I wanted to, but it would have taken all the wood in the land.
Malagas!
Get them!
I'll take pleasure in your death!
You won't get away with that! Get back here, coward! Is that all you've You won last match? Let me bring you.
Come on. Hey.
This is where I first trained you to use your spear.
Hesitation only hastens the grave.
You remembered.
How do you think I got this far?
We had to pry that spear from your hand while you slept. You said you needed it to fight the monsters in your dreams.
I couldn't face Cerberus empty-handed. Those children will be ripped to shreds. We should help them.
Alexios, wait! You shouldn't interfere. This is Spartan training territory.
I hope you're right. For their sake.
The agogi is what turns boys into men. Interfering would only weaken them, weaken Sparta.
They're no good to Sparta if we leave them to die.
And they're no good to Sparta if they're too weak to kill a wolf. Come. Let's go home.
That training is ruthless.
Not ruthless. Effective. The best of those boys will become Cryptia, keepers of the peace and stalkers in the night.
Stalkers in the night?
There's a reason Sparta never changes. It has rules, and they are strict. Spartans rule Laconia, but most of its citizens are ilotas, enslaved peasants made to work the fields and mines.
Slaves? Why don't they revolt?
Spartan fields keep them fed, and Spartan warriors keep them safe. First from the Persians, and now from the Athenians. When they forget their place, the Cryptia are ordered to keep the peace.
I see.
Most of us make great sacrifices for coming.
Most. Not all. Never... This was the first and last place I ever felt safe.
As soon as you were old enough to hold a spear, you trained in this yard from morning till night.
Nikolaos was a tough teacher to please.
He hid his pride from you. But every night he would tell me, he's going to bring glory to Sparta.
As much as I hate him for what he did, I wouldn't be who I am today without his training.
My heart broke that day. But for the first time in ages, standing here with you, I truly believe it can mend again.
Me too.
Do you remember the first time you held your sister?
I've tried to block out what happened here.
You were so scared of breaking her. You ran around the house, gathering every pillow and blanket. You piled them all around you, and only then did you feel safe to hold her.
She was so small.
Even then, you held her so tight. I thought you would squeeze the life out of her.
She turned out stronger than we thought.
The gods must be playing tricks on my eyes.
Good to see you, Brasidas. It's been a long time since I rescued you from the warehouse fire in Corinth.
That's not how I remember it.
You look well, Brasidas.
The rumors were true. You're alive.
Many we thought to be dead are still breathing.
When I heard the two of you came home,
We're in Sparta, but we're not home yet.
We want our house back, Brasidas.
Sparta claimed your estate after Nikolaos' disappearance. They're waiting for his adopted son to claim it, but he hasn't returned from the war.
Stentor? I knew I should have killed him on the beach. What do we have to do to get it back?
You'll need to negotiate your Spartan citizenship with the kings. It won't be easy.
Why not?
As happy as I am to see you, the kings won't be. Especially Archidamus. Your exit from Sparta wasn't exactly graceful.
He can't still be mad I broke his nose.
You what?
In any case, he hasn't forgotten. But I have an idea that might help him forgive.
Tell us.
Spartan soldiers have been giving weapons to the Ilotes. Whoever takes care of these traitors will earn his thanks.
Why on earth would Spartan soldiers be helping Ilotes?
Ilotes greatly outnumber Spartan citizens, but they're leaderless, mostly farmhands, servants, and apprentices. If someone unified them, armed them, and trained them, they'd be a real threat to Sparta.
But you said it was Spartans who were arming them.
All the more reason to deal with this quickly. You find out why the Ilotes are being armed, and you'll have the king's attention.
Where will I find these Spartans?
They were last spotted in the Gorani marble quarry, in the forest of Eurotas.
So, I find the soldiers, then what?
Spartans are loyal to their commander. Take him out, and the rest should disperse.
And the weapons?
Destroy them. The Ilotes have caused enough trouble with shovels and sickles. The last thing Sparta needs right now is them carrying swords.
So, to get our house back, I must take out the Spartan commander responsible for inciting a useless rebellion. Sounds easy enough.
Find me in the throne room when it's done.
And where will you be?
This is where I raised you. It's also where Leonidas raised me. I'm going to visit his tomb just beyond the estate. You should pay your respects too before you get started.
I'll try.
Hoe zeg jij gitaar, de orange?